That's at www.acce.ca, and we're delighted that everyone can watch this event, whether or not you're in this building, and we extend a warm welcome to our web viewers.
而家咧，我哋先歡迎主禮嘉賓進場。National anthem. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, once again, it's a great pleasure to be here for the 11th event of the Association of Chinese Canadian Entrepreneurs. I was actually asking someone prior to this evening if 11 was anything significant in Chinese numerology. And they told me that 11, I guess not surprisingly, means double. 1-1. So I guess what we can hope for is double good fortune and double business success for 2007. I'd also like to thank whoever was responsible for the corsages tonight. It was funny, when I was getting dressed for tonight, I thought the red jacket or the pink jacket. I went with the pink, obviously, and happily the corsage works. So I have to thank you for that. That's not always something that happens. Also, I must say, my background, when I go back into my ancestors, has a fair bit of Scots, and I have never ever been piped in by a Chinese bagpiper. So I must say that is a great, fun achievement. So thank you for that. This week has actually been a fantastic week for entrepreneurs. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this, but we have had a very interesting week. We had a federal budget on Monday. We had a provincial budget here in Ontario on Thursday. We also actually had some other provincial budgets. I think I barely slept this week, actually, because it was just one thing after another. But you know, I remember when I first joined the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, now almost 20 years ago, which I find hard to believe, but it was that. There used to be a kind of an old story that said, if you wanted to start a small business in Canada, all you had to do was buy a big business and wait a while. Well, happily, things have improved since then. And I think this week, I certainly want to bring to your attention that this week we've actually had a number of really great developments for entrepreneurs of all kinds. And in the federal budget on Monday, you may be aware, something that we at CFIB, if you'll permit me a little moment of self-promotion, we fought very hard for a number of years. We actually saw an increase in the lifetime capital gains exemption for small businesses, farmers, and fisher persons from $500,000 to $750,000. And what this will do is permit a much more successful succession planning process for small businesses across Canada that I've ever had the pleasure to know. So thank you very much and enjoy your evening.
Good evening, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency offers great exposure and naturally comes with long hours and a great deal of hard work. So much so that it has almost become my day job. I would like to thank the partners at Mins and Partners who have very supportive of me for their understanding and commitment to ACCE. One of the pressures of being president is to connect with individuals who make a great difference in business, community, and government services. It is therefore my honor to present to you our head table guests. Ms. Lorraine Hu, Mr. Francis Ho, Deputy Director of Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office, Ms. Catherine Smith, President, CEO, and Chairwoman of CFIB, Canadian Federation of Independent Business, Mr. Ojen Jampu, VP of Business Development, Cultural Markets of RBC Financial Group, Mr. Andy Jack, Mr. John Mann, VP of Commercial Financial Services, Director, Asian Banking Ontario of RBC, General of the People's Republic of China, Mr. Bassanio So, Executive Director of Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office, Mr. Stan Spencer, Partner of Mins and Partners LLP, Ms. Yan Hai Wen, Advisor of CCEA 2007, Mr. Sean Maneho, President and CEO of Business Development Bank of Canada, Ms. Helene Lovett, Senior Vice President of BBC, Ms. Worship Mayor Felix Kapiti, Town of Markham, Mrs. Nancy of Business and Entrepreneurship, and third, Mrs. Arlene Chen, General Foundation, Ms. Sophie Wu, General Foundation, Ms. Sandra Wu, Director of Websphere Commercial and Branch Development of IBM Canada, Mrs. Karen Chen, Executive Director of Columbia International College, Mrs. Karen Chen, Mr. Philip McCann, VP Canada of Cathay Pacific Airways, Mr. Norman Morris, Director of International Affairs, Rogers Publishing Limited. Now let's welcome Minister Kaha.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks very much for those kind words as well. President of ACCE, co-chairs of the awards committee, Consul General, and distinguished guests. Actually, I'm very, very pleased to be here today and represent the Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship and Interior Government. I just want to say that my colleague, Honorable Michael Chen, was also here, but he had to leave for another function, so I will say a few words on his behalf as well. The Government of Ontario has supported this important event since its inception over a decade ago. I am honored that my ministry is sponsoring this ceremony this year. Last October, I came to help you launch the 11th edition of the Chinese Canadian Entrepreneurship Awards, where you opened the nominations for this year's awards. As a result, many of the most innovative and successful entrepreneurs from your community join us tonight. As a Chinese Canadian entrepreneurs, you make Ontario stronger economically, socially, and culturally. But not everyone can do what you do. It takes a bold independent spirit to be an entrepreneur. Today we are here to congratulate both Chinese Canadian businesses and business leaders who have embraced that spirit.
I want to say congratulations to the three co-chairs of tonight's event, to Catherine Swift, to Norm Morris, and to Joanna Lowe. It's a small, not a small effort to put together this type of an award ceremony, and I am impressed every year with the presentation, with the quality of the recipients who get the awards, and of course our MCs. But thank you to the three co-chairs. A great job, well done once again. We are going to celebrate the best of the Chinese business community, and we think you've come to the right place in Markham to do it, which is the Chinese capital of the GTA. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to the community, and we wish you continued success. Doji, thank you very much.
各位贵宾，大家晚上好。Co-chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Chinese Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Toronto, I'm so delighted to extend my warm greetings and congratulations to everyone attending this Gala of Chinese Canadian Entrepreneur Awards 2007, hosted by the Association of the Chinese Canadian Entrepreneurs. In the past years, the Association of Chinese Canadian Entrepreneurs has contributed a lot to the local economic growth and the community harmony in Toronto, and has been playing an important role in promoting the friendly exchanges and cooperations between China and Canada. I appreciate the efforts and contributions made by ACCE and awards winners, and believe that you will continue to make even greater achievements in the years to come. Thank you very much.
In the Gala, Your Worship, Mayor, Secretary, Consul General, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Small is beautiful, and I think no other economy in the world knows better than Hong Kong does about a small economy and how wonderful that small economy can grow. But I think this concept may not apply to the small group of people who thought about giving an award to the Canadian Chinese business people to recognize their entrepreneurship and also to promote the competitiveness of Canadian Chinese business. And I mean the ACCE. For 11 years, they have proven to Captain Street that there is another law following her law about how a big business can become a small business. And that is that if you have a small idea, work it hard, and given the time, you will grow into a very big vision. I really need to congratulate the ACCE for the hard work they have been doing on this area. And I also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the awardee of tonight. Thanks very much.
ACCE is the title sponsor of the Chinese Canadian Entrepreneurs Award. We appreciate their generous support and trust that it will continue in future. For the entrepreneurs, EDC's role is to act as the complementary lender, providing funds by means of loans and equity financing.
Before I became a banker at BDC, I worked as CEO for a firm that outsourced a lot of production to China. And so this meant that I got to travel there on a regular basis. And like most people who go to China for the first time, I had no idea of the richness and the complexity of Chinese society. In fact, even though I did learn a great deal, what I mostly learned was the horizons of my own ignorance. Now, knowing these horizons is at least a starting point. Here in Canada, at BDC, we have a great number of Chinese-Canadian clients, and they show wonderful traits, great business skills, great sense for commerce, willingness to work hard and put in the required hours, willingness to constantly reinvest in the business to make it grow and succeed. And as you can well imagine, all human attributes so dear to the heart of a banker. Contribution to Canada's well-being. Thank you for enriching our small and medium-sized business landscape. You bring diversity, you bring new horizons, and you can provide Canada a wonderful opportunity to have a global edge in an environment that is so rapidly changing. BDC, the Business Development Bank of Canada, just like ACCE, is proud to support entrepreneurs like those here this evening. So congratulations to this evening's winners and to all the nominees. And on behalf of BDC, I wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you.
This time they very kindly even sent me a photograph of Philippe, which is very kind of them, but I must admit, I've had the pleasure of listening to him on a number of occasions. And the highest compliment I can actually pay him is the fact I actually spent most of the time awake. Because we know how sometimes speakers are very boring. Well, the nice thing about Philippe, I gather, he even has pictures for some of you who insist on talking while he's on. So basically, we're looking forward to listening to Philippe. His role actually is Vice President Canada. And as such, he oversees all the responsibilities of CAFE in Canada. He's going to be introducing a lot of new entrepreneurial things, and one of the reasons that we at Canadian Business and Profit Magazine support both the ACCE and CAFE is because he exemplifies, personally and through his airline, all the very best in entrepreneurship. He joined the Swire Group, the largest shareholder, in 1992. He started in information technology, in Hong Kong sales. He developed niche markets and products for loyalty programs, for which, by the way, he was very kindly donated a prize last year. And despite the fact I've listened to him a number of times, I've yet to win any of these prizes, so Philippe, please be very careful who you choose this time. From 1996-98, he served as Assistant Manager, International Affairs, which is quite interesting, because that's my title, International Affairs. He played an important role of all air service agreements prior to Hong Kong's reunification in China. And from 1999 to 2001, he served as Manager of Cabin Crew Relations, gaining valuable experience in budget control, communications, union negotiations. In fact, he is based in Vancouver, and another reason he's a total another gentleman is he flew here all the way this afternoon just to speak to us this evening. He's held a number of international senior positions with CAFE in Sri Lanka, the Maldives. He was country manager of France, Spain, Portugal, and he moved to Vancouver in 2004, where he's worked very hard to raise the profile of CAFE in Canada, and humbly may I say that he's done a superb job in that area. Today, CAFE plays a very important role in the worldwide operations of people going to Hong Kong and China, and I'd like you to welcome him all now for telling us all the interesting things that he's got coming, and as I said, he's promised to have pictures. Thank you very much.
And the winner is Mother Morris. Can we have the first slide up, please? Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the flight plan I have been given for this evening is about 12 minutes. Entrepreneur. The word originated, regrettably not from the Chinese, but from the French in 1875. Entreprendre, one who undertakes. A person who organizes and manages any enterprise, especially a business, usually with considerable initiative and risk. I feel something of an imposter speaking to a group of highly successful business people who are truly defined in such a manner, coming as I do from a business environment defined as a great industry, but a lousy business. At first glance, and certainly for those of you used to travelling with North American carriers, you might take issue with the use of the word manage in the world of aviation, with results like these on the screen behind me, let alone the ability to show initiative. Charging $2 for a pillow and a blanket doesn't really constitute entrepreneurship. By the way, Cathay is the green line that stays above the zero. I was asked to speak to the title Business Travelling in the Booming Pacific Age. But before I do, it would be remiss of me not to show you some credentials. Cathay is Hong Kong based, serving 104 destinations worldwide. We carried over 16 million passengers last year and 1.2 million tons of freight, with a fleet of 103 wide-body, that means double aisle for big aircraft. Here in Canada, we have 56 passenger flights and 6 freighters a week out of Vancouver and Toronto. It struck me that one of the most important items from an airline perspective was how do you make sure you are in business to be able to participate in the booming Pacific age. Cathay Pacific, now the Cathay Pacific Group, following the recent acquisition and integration of Dragonair, is different from almost every other airline in the world. It is a fundamental difference that has required us to retain a sharply entrepreneurial focus on the business.
ACCE has grown. What it means is that ACCE also has grown. Tonight we have 78 tables. Thank you. I thank you, as this event would not be made possible without the support of our friends, past winners, sponsors, and directors, along with 30 others volunteers tonight.
On behalf of the board of directors, we'd like to make a toast to everyone. May the 2007 bring you good luck, good fortune, and good health.
We grew from 9 students to 1,200 students and become the largest private boarding school in Canada. We are very honored this evening that we can join hands with ACCE to offer these scholarships to the students.
Scholarship winners, and we look forward to having you all back here as business draw. And we'd like to encourage all of you to put your business cards be donated to the ACCE for tonight's event. Well, there's a camera out there that's taking photos right now. Canada, we'd like to express our appreciation for your generous support for our designated charity.
ACCE China. ACCE will
Information on the business forum forms. We also have additional tickets available at the business forum reception.
Thank you very much indeed.
Vice President, Business Development and Cultural Markets.
Joe Carter hit the home run over the left.
Thank you, everyone. Hi, everyone.
I had all these Philadelphia fans behind me.
Oten and I are so delighted to be here
on behalf of ACCE to be sent as a very special award to a very special person who made a significant and long-lasting contribution to the community. But before we take the advancement, I would like to acknowledge how lucky we are. There are so many Chinese business persons who have chosen to settle in this area. In fact, you are the engine of the Canada economy in so many ways. 2007 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, please.
And the winner is Jean Long.
They used to say that if you don't have a strong family, you have to have a strong country.
Thank you to Arvin Chen and Dorothy Love.
My name is Arlene Chan, and I'm the daughter of Jean Mum, and I'm here this evening with my Aunt Dorothy, who is my mother's younger sister, to accept on behalf of the Lum family this honorary Lifetime Achievement Award from ACCE. We accept this award with deep appreciation and gratitude.
Well, it's great to be here tonight to see this new group of entrepreneurs who will be recognized for achievement for the last years. 2 years ago, when I received this ACCE award, I still remember when I could make a big decision to leave my corporate management job in New York and come back in Toronto to start this Farmland Technology Inc. I'm sure tonight many of these entrepreneurs were recognized for their achievement. They have faced numerous obstacles. We share the same dream.
Looking at the videos earlier, and I noticed my picture from 10 years ago. And I noticed the change of the color of my hair from black, and sometimes it turned to brown, orange. Tonight it looks red. Maybe in 10 or 20 years I'll be coming up here, but in white hair. Anyways, I'm honored to be here. I would like to take the opportunity to thank the judging panel members.
For the past 10 years, President of the ACCE has been working for me and I've been judging her. Tonight, it seems like I'm working for her. I hope her judgment will be as good as mine has been for her. It's such an honor to tonight's nominees. The award that I will present for the Best Startup Award. And the winner is EC Home Design Group, Eleanor Chen and Christina Ong. Please come on.
Since she was a little girl, Christina Lai has been surrounded by the world of interior design. Her family involved in interiors with hotels in Hong Kong.
Oh, hey.
The Chinese-Canadian entrepreneurs to start our new business ideas, make it popular and contribute back to our community. When we start up our company, we were the first one in the business model. We provide the most complete interior design decoration service. We want everyone to remember us We use our first initial as our company name, Eleanor and Christina at EC Home Design. A simple and straightforward name that makes from 3 years old kid to 75 years old senior. Too easy to say our name and remember us.
Is so successful. Please continue to support us. Thank you.
Congratulations. Innovation. In today's world of intensified competition and relentless commoditization, innovation is an imperative on the growth agenda for entrepreneurs everywhere. Through innovation, you can create competitive advantage and differentiation. Of science today to announce the 2007 winner for the Most Innovative Award. And the winner of the Most Innovative Award for 2007 is co-Baltic, Mr. Cam Cole.
Who has the vision today. For Ken Ko and his company, Robotic Limited, tomorrow is today. Ken Ko, an engineer from Hong Kong, came to Canada as a student to pursue his education. After graduating with a mechanical engineering degree from Concordia University, Ken went on to full-time jobs in research and development, hydro and stamping, while at the same time earning his master's in welding from the University of Toronto. This combination of engineering and welding provided Ken with the knowledge and skills required to skillfully program robots and produce robotic weld sets.
Being an inventor, I like to make things work better, work faster, and I dream of going away to faraway places, such as the moon.
Except that I don't have to thank my producers and directors. I do want to thank, seriously, I want to deeply grateful for receiving this award. And I'd like to thank the following. God, without Him, there would be no purpose for all this and for me. My mother, who has inspired me, and to this day continues to inspire me as an entrepreneur. My wife Edna, who is an invaluable partner in all of this, and my family members who have given me much support over the years.
And the winner is... the Accolade Group, Holly, Rowe and Hilton Rowe.
Congratulations, and let's see a short video.
Getting to where Accolade Group is today has not been easy. Accolade began 20 years ago with 3 employees and 1 press. Today, the company is one of Canada's leading manufacturers of sportswear.
We started the business because we wanted to be able to create our own opportunities and control our own destiny. We wanted to create a company that could make a difference. It's been fortunate for us that my father's been involved in business all his life. We grew up, exposed to business ideas. And in fact, when we were first starting out, my father said that if the business failed, he was willing to finance our living expenses. That really gave us a lot of confidence to get into business.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips and the call.
to thank the ACCE for giving us this honor. My speech is short, so there's only one thing I'd like to do. I would like to recognize our team. So there's 12 members of our team who are present tonight, so I would just like them to stand up and be recognized. So they're at table 30 and table 52. So I'm here because of all of you, and thank you.
I just want to reiterate our commitment to small businesses, and particularly tonight to Ontario's Chinese entrepreneurs. We're very proud to once again support the Award of Merit, as we have done for a number of years now. This is a special award for a company that has to show outstanding leadership in a successful and growing business. It goes to Asian legend, Brian.
Asian Legend is not your typical Chinese restaurant. It's unique with a European flair that stands out in the crowd. But that has not always been the case. In 1988, Brian Wang's parents opened their family Chinese restaurant in Chinatown. Their restaurant was a very typical Chinese restaurant, like others located in the area. As they neared retirement, they asked Brian if he would like to continue running the family restaurant. He was the eldest son working in Taiwan and Asia as a top salesman for Toyota. He made the tough decision to come to Canada and run his parents' business.
年轻的时候，我在想，如果有一天我可以成为一个名的摄影师，因为摄影师就是我的梦想，因为摄影师可以捕捉美的东西，捕捉美的东西，那是一件是很满足的一件事情，所以我觉得这是我的梦想，但事实跟现实好像有很大的出入，因为我们常常被现实的环境所捆绑，没有办法，你必须去面对现实的生活当中你的需要。
May I call on Brian Wang to the stage to get the award.
And thank you very much, Ms. Ann.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so honored and proud to receive this award. Thank you ACCE and Hong Kong Bank for recommending me, and God for helping me. I would like to share this award with my family, my parents, my wife, Joanne, and my brothers, Michael, sister Eve, with all my working very hard staff. Thank you again to this association. Thank you.
Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Ming Hao Daily News, I'm delighted to be here to present the Best Community Service Award. Over the past decade, ACCE has provided a prestigious platform to honor the achievements of Canada's entrepreneurial community. So is Ming Hao. Ming Hao Daily News has published countless inspiring stories. We hope our readers can share their entrepreneurial spirit by reading their stories about how they got started.
The winner is Victoria Education Group, Maria Ang.
The ability to change lives through education is one of the greatest achievements possible. Those are the words of Maria's son, who goes above and beyond to help others achieve their goals. When Maria and her husband first arrived in Canada from China, they face the all too familiar obstacles of not having enough credentials or hard learning to find a job in the marketplace. Maria and her husband realized they would have to obtain additional education in order to succeed. So they visited several business and computer schools looking for a place to enroll. After much contemplation, Maria realized she could open her own college and offer the kind of curriculum they couldn't find anywhere else.
I wish someone can help me, and I hope no one else has to went through what I went through.
I am honored to receive this award. When I first stepped on this beautiful land we call Canada 7 years ago, I had no money, knew nobody, and I had no idea about how I should start the brand new chapter of my life.
And ACCE is there to help businesses like yours be more competitive around the world. Through our financing and insurance services, we take on some of your biggest commercial risks so that you can focus on reaping the rewards. So tonight, we are here to celebrate the growth, energy, imagination, and plain hard work of one company in particular. To choose the best international business, the selection committee looked at increases in global sales, market position, additional growth potential, ex-president Mr. Hugh Chow.
Imagine watching a race game on your laptop on a business trip to Shanghai, China, via a wireless connection to your TV at home. There's no need to imagine. VIXIS has turned that dream into reality. VIXIS Systems Incorporated is a fabless semiconductor company providing market-leading video processing and wireless networking technology. It is the technology and product leader for next-generation video compression solutions and provides the only video processing and networking ICs guaranteeing high-quality video distribution over standard wireless networks in areas such as home entertainment, surveillance, and video conferencing.
Receiving this award, I feel honored and humbled at the same time. There are many people I'd like to thank. Firstly, my wife Ari, my partner Sally Dobb, she's actually here tonight. Sally and I founded this company 6 years ago with two another very fine gentlemen. She's also a very accomplished entrepreneur herself. I'd also like to thank Brian Anson of Celtic House International. Celtic House has been the strongest supporter financially of VIXIS since the day we started. In Brian, he always believed in VIXIS, in our vision. He believed then, he still believes today, with probably more conviction. But most of all, I'd like to thank all our distinguished guests tonight, our sponsors, BBC, and also all the Chinese and Canadian entrepreneurs who came before me.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here, and this is the final award. TD Canada Trust is honored to be co-sponsor of the 2007 Chinese Canadian Entrepreneur Awards. This celebration acknowledges the benefits of entrepreneurship in our communities, including stronger economic infrastructure, greater social responsibility, and additional employment opportunities. Gap Adventures, Bruce Broom Tip,
go to pursue your dream. Bruce Poon-Tip, CEO of Gap Adventures, literally travels to the ends of the earth to pursue his.
So I was 14, I entered Junior Achievements Companies Program. It was a pilot program in Calgary. It gave kids the ability to kind of start their own businesses and gave you mentors that would help you through starting your business. I started the Weather Worm, which was a bookmark company. It was pink when it was hot and blue when it was cold. And I sold them all over Calgary on kind of drugstore countertops. Over 6 months of that program, I sold 15,000 weatherworms. And I won the gold medal that year in Alberta for the company's program. It was really the start of some ideas I had that I would later take into starting Gap Adventures and moving to Toronto and starting my own business.
Bruce began Gap Adventures in the basement of his apartment in 1990, after he realized most adventure tours were not really adventurous at all. There wasn't a company in existence that offered exotic trips or trips of a lifetime, and he wanted to fill that gap.
When I did this trip to Thailand, it kind of showed me there's this grassroots style of travel that didn't exist yet, where it was it was the gap, like the name Gap Adventures, was between the backpacker and the mainstream traveler, like the resort traveler. There was nothing in between, and it was that gap in the market that kind of inspired me to say, there must be other people that want this real kind of travel experience where they get to travel and meet people.
Today, Gap Adventures is known around the world. His company serves 40,000 clients and employs more than 400 people. His company offers 1,000 adventure trips in over 100 countries. Trips like Brazilian tall ship adventures, rafting down the Nile River in Egypt, and sailing to Antarctica.
Thank you so much, Mr. Madison.
I can assure you it's as heavy as it looks, and I forgot my hydraulic lift at home. So can someone hold this for a second? Thank you. So, thank you very much for this honor. It's a great honor to receive this. As you know, I won Entrepreneur of the Year a couple months ago, and it was kind of open to all backgrounds. So getting the Chinese entrepreneur is a great honor to add to that. So by my calculations, I think I just have to win Africa and Scandinavia, and then I have the Grand Slam of Entrepreneurship Awards. So I'll work on that. I kind of feel funny accepting awards sometimes because I still feel that awards are for old people. And I don't know, but last Thursday I turned 40. But anyways, Gap Adventures is a labor of love and a company of travelers dedicated to taking people around the world to some of the most unique travel destinations. And to receive this award tonight is a great honor, especially from the Chinese community. And I just want to thank all the sponsors specifically because this is a very important award. And I also want to thank the ACCE and the selection committee for bestowing this honor on me, and I will hold it in the highest of regards. As I said, it's kind of odd. I feel like I have a lot to do in my life still. I think I have a lot of gas in the tank. So getting this award sometimes to me is like putting U2 in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They've got so much more music to give. I feel I have a lot more to give, a lot more to bring to the world. But right now, this is kind of marks a moment in time for me. And I just thank everyone who's involved in the program and everyone who's involved in deciding to give me this honor tonight. And I thank you very much for your time tonight. Thanks.
Bây giờ các trường nghệ của lấy của mình là ra cái câu ấy trường hỏi đầu cô phát triển hay thì cái gì đó. 依家係一個好值得留念嘅一刻，咁多成功嘅創業家聚埋一齊，恭喜晒！
Hi Bruce。
等陣啊！
And our winner for 1 minute.
Please over there. Congratulations. Cái đó tất cả là để phải chạy LT và tại thị trì, tập trung tại thị trì. Các bạn, các thị trì work for